Hello everyone, welcome to AWS Tutorials. AWS Tutorials is a channel to learn about AWS services. Today I'm going to talk about a new feature released in Amazon Athena called prepared statement. And if in your day-to-day workload or in your solution, if you run queries using Athena, then you're going to like this feature because it's going to bring more efficiency as well as security when you're executing the query. So let's get started. So first thing first, let's try to understand this whole prepared statement using the analogy of stored procedure. So I think most of us have used stored procedures on relational databases. And in very simple term, I mean, when you're trying to query data or you want to run a query for a relational database, I mean, you can write a direct SQL query, whether you're trying to fetch something, update something, delete something, you can run a direct SQL query. But then there is another method, which is to use a stored procedure where you can actually convert, you can create a kind of procedure or a function using your SQL statement, and you can parameterize that query. And then you can use this kind of execute statement calling that procedure with the parameters to run the query. And using stored procedure over direct SQL execution brings many benefits. So for instance, it is more reusable because you're not writing the whole SQL statement again and again. It's kind of well-defined procedure which is parameterized, where you can simply call that function or procedure by passing the parameter and get the result back. So it enhances reusability. Then it also enhances the performance because these stored procedures are pre-compiled, so it's not that you're running a SQL statement and your query is getting compiled each time. It's a one-time compilation done for your procedure, which enhances the query execution time. And finally, it also enhances security because by passing the parameter, you also mitigate the risk of running a SQL injection kind of attack on your in your SQL query. So people have been preferring to use stored procedure in relational database to enhance performance, security, and reliability over running the direct query on the relational database. Now, prepared statement feature in Amazon Athena is something similar. So for instance, in Athena, you can make a direct query where you can say, okay, fine, I'm trying to select some data from a database and table, and I can apply some filter criteria, some other clauses over there. So you can run a direct SQL query in Amazon Athena to fetch the data. But same thing you can do with the prepared statement. So think of a prepared statement like a stored procedure in Amazon Athena, where you can actually define a statement. You can prepare a statement with a name, and then in that statement, actually you can put your query, and then you can also define the parameters. So like you have been preparing stored procedure, you can define your prepared statement using your query and parameterizing it. And then that prepared statement you can execute by passing some parameters to run the query. So, and that's why I talked about the stored procedure first, because prepared statement, if you try to find the closest analogy of prepared statement, that will be stored procedure into your relational database. So yeah, Athena now supports creating prepared statements, and then these prepared statements you can use to run query in a parameterized way. Again, this enhances reusability because once you create a prepared statement, anyone can use that prepared statement to run the query. And that also enhances the security because that can also help mitigate any kind of SQL injection attack which might happen to you in your query. Well, I could not find any documentation saying that it's going to enhance any kind of performance, like it's going to have some kind of query execution plan already created and that way enhancing the performance. I have not seen that benefit, but at least reusability and security is definitely a benefit you're going to get out of a prepared statement. So let's see how you can use prepared statement. So first step is to prepare a prepared statement. So the syntax for creating the prepared statement is that you simply run a query saying I want to prepare. Here is my statement name. And then here is, and this statement will run the following SQL statement. So I'm simply creating a prepared statement for this SQL statement. So just to give you example, here I'm saying that I am preparing a prepared statement, say my select 2 is the name of the prepared statement, and this statement is going to run this query, select order from orders, where product ID one parameter and quantity another parameter. So you can see you can also make parameters in your prepared in your query for in the prepared statement. Similarly, another example you can see here is saying prepare statement. This is my statement name, and then from this is my SQL statement over here. In this case, insert into a table values, and then insert from a select query, and in that you can pass this parameter over here. So you can see here you can use this prepare statement, prepare query to create a prepared statement. Now once you have created the prepared statement, then you can execute it. In fact, when you create the prepared statement gets stored into your work group. And this is very important. I'm going to talk again at a later point of time that the prepared statement you make is not across the account, but it is stored in the work group you have created it. Okay, but again, I will cover it again at a later point of time. Now, once you have created the prepared statement, now you can execute it. And executing is pretty straightforward. You simply say, I want to execute. This is my prepared statement name using, and then you simply pass your parameters in comma separated way. So just to see the example, so looking at the previous two examples, you can simply say execute, and then my select 2. This is the prepared statement name, and then using, and then you simply pass your parameters. So remember, the first prepared statement has got 2 parameters, so we are passing 2 parameters as a comma separated. Similarly, the second prepared statement was having a country as only 1 parameter, which you are passing, and that was string type, so we are passing this as a string type. You can see here it is pretty simple and straightforward, where you can execute a prepared statement. Okay, now third one is that it could be that, okay, you prepare the statement, you execute it, and you execute it again and again and again. That enhances reusability for your prepared statements, and it can be executed by anyone who is working in that in the work group where you have prepared the statement. Now, at some point in time, you might say, I want to remove my statement. I want to delete my statement because there's no, for instance, provision to modify the prepared statement. So, and suppose you come with a new version of the statement. In that case, you can say, okay, let me remove this statement, and then I'm going to create another version of this statement. Not exactly version, another updated copy of the statement, right? In that case, you might want to remove the statement, and that is pretty straightforward. Use a query called deallocate. So deallocate prepare, and then you simply provide your statement name. So again, in example, you can simply say deallocate prepare, and here is my statement name, and simply go and remove your statement from the work group. And remove again is important when you want to actually either remove your statement, you're done with that, you don't need it anymore, or if you want to modify your prepared statement but there is no modify syntax available, then in that case you simply want to remove it and recreate the prepared statement using the niche SQL query or modified query you want to use. So that was how you do the removing. Now I was trying to see if I have, suppose since I'm creating a prepared statement and my prepared statement is actually stored at the work group level in Athena, how do I see the list of prepared statement? And I could not find a query for that, actually, to be very honest. And that's something I think should go as a feature request for Amazon to able to provide some kind of query to list the already created prepared statement. But there is a way you can look at the list of prepared statement. One is you can use CLI. So in CLI you can run Amazon Athena list prepared statement and simply provide the work group name, and that will actually give you the prepared statements created under the work group. Again, I'm repeating it again and again many times. Keep in mind, when you prepare a statement, you are not preparing a statement for at the account label in Athena, but you are preparing the statement at the work group label under Athena. So one Athena can have, like by default, it has a primary work group, and then you can create multiple work group. So when you create a prepared statement, you create a prepared statement in a work group, and that prepared statement can be used only in that work group. Okay, so there is nothing called a prepared statement which can be used across multiple work group or at the account level. Your prepared statement always works at the work group level. So like you can use this kind of CLI command to actually list the prepared statement under one work group, or if you like to write code, you can use Boto client for Athena to simply call this list prepared statement, again passing work group as a mandatory parameter to list all the prepared statement under this work group. So that's how you can list the existing prepared statement, though I would have preferred just like create and execute and deallocate, there should be a query option to also list the prepared statement, but I could not find anywhere that in the documentation. But anyway, so let's move forward. But you have a method to list, so you're not completely like lost there. Okay. Then a few consideration you should know before when using the prepared statement. It's a very new service, new feature, so a few things which are very important you should know. First is prepared statements are stored in a work group, so they are work group specific. Again, I'm not going to repeat it again, but this is very important. People understand that your prepared statement is at the work group level and it can be used only with the work group where they are created. Now, this works only with Athena Engine version 2. So your work group should be Athena Engine version 2. Then only you can use prepared statement. And third one, the kind of query you can use under prepared statement right now, that is limited to only select, insert into, and create as select. So only 3 types of query you can use at this point of time in prepared statements: select, insert into, and create as select. Okay. So keep this consideration in mind when you're using the prepared statement. And now it's time for a quick demo to see how this feature works. So here is in the AWS console, where I have simply created one S3 bucket where I have put two sample files, one customers, one sales. Then if I go to my Glue catalog, there I have simply cataloged these CSV files actually as sales and customers table. You can see it is sourcing data from my S3 bucket. And now I'm going to use this in Athena. to query it. And you can see in Athena that I can query these tables. Now, first thing first, I need to verify that my work group, which is I'm using the default primary work group, is that using Amazon Athena version 2.2 or not. Yeah? So if I click on that, I can see here that my primary work group is using Amazon Athena engine version 2.0. So I am all good. I can go back to query editor. So let's try to see my customers table. So if I run a query over here to say I want to get list of my customers, give me top 10 just to see the data. Okay, so I can see here my top 10 list of customers, and suppose I want to run I want to find all the customers who are in Paris city. So I can always run a query saying, okay, give me the list of the customers who are in the Paris city. Okay, okay, I need to run it again. So it is giving me the list of the customers who are in the Paris city. So all good. So not what I'm going to do. I'm going to convert this statement into a prepared statement, and then I will use the prepared statement to actually run this query. Okay. So what I will do here, that I'm going to use this syntax called prepare statement syntax. So I run this query where I'm saying I want to prepare, and my statement name is query by city, and then from, and then here is my query where I'm saying select star from DojoDB customers table where and the value of the city which we put into the where clause, that I have parameterized. So question mark means I am parameterizing the query. And if I run this query, it's going to create a prepared statement by name query by city. So let's do that. So you can see that it has been successful. That means my prepared statement is ready. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to execute this query, this prepared statement. So I'll simply say execute query by city using, and then I'm passing this as a parameter. So there could be a case where there is no parameter, but in this case, like I have city, I have to pass city as a parameter. So I'm simply saying using, and then parameter value is Paris. And if I run this, it's going to give me the same result. It's going to run the query behind, and it's going to give me the result where I get list of the customers from the Paris city. Okay, and then finally, if I need to remove this statement, actually I can simply go here and say, fair enough, I want to deallocate my prepared statement. And if I do that, if I do that, it will simply delete my query. So now if I try to run my execute query again, it should throw me an error because my prepared statement is no more there. So if I run this, it should throw me an error, why not giving me error? Okay, it's not giving me a result, but somehow it's not giving me an error. But yeah, it should ideally throw me an error saying that your prepared statement is not there anymore. Let me try one more time. Yeah, it's not giving me error for some reason. Earlier it was giving me the error, but anyway, you can see you don't see result as well. Okay, so that was how you can actually create, execute, and then delete your prepared statements. And this is a great feature if you're used to running this kind of query on Athena, either by code or from the console, and you want to achieve certain level of reusability and as well as security against SQL injection, then prepared statement can really help you achieve that. So that was all for the tutorial today, a very quick and short one. Hope you like it, and if you like, please click on the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. I always look forward to your feedback, whether the feedback is about a new content or I have made some mistake, you want to correct me, or you want to discuss any of my topic which I have talked about. So I always look forward to your feedback to make the content better, and you can provide that feedback in the comment section of my YouTube channel. So yeah, if you have something to talk about, please do so. Please write about it in my comment section of the YouTube channel. I promise to come back again in a week's time with another such video. In the meantime, stay safe and have a nice day. Bye bye.